Hey, today we want to share our new Data Connector project. Data Connector allows you to chat with your APIs and databases using natural language. The data is returned in real time and doesn't require any ingestion pipelines. Under the hood, it's executing SQL queries and issuing HTTP requests. Unlike some of the existing chat with your database tools, it doesn't require exposing the database connection to the internet. Let's have a look at using Data Connector for managing our local development environment. We have a Docker Compose-based environment here that has the Data Connector image included. We've set up two connectors, one pointing to our local Postgres instance and one pointing to the Clerk API. And Clerk is used in this project for managing users and authentication. Let's jump into the chat interface and issue a prompt. We can issue a prompt that touches both of these connectors, getting a specific cluster, which is an entity within our database, and then using the information about that cluster to work out the organization ID and fetch that organization's members from Clerk. So we can see that to start with, the run has issued a query to the Postgres database to get the cluster information. Using that cluster information, it's gone ahead and issued two requests to the Clerk API, one to get the organization to get its details, and one to list the organization's memberships. And we can see that's collated that in the final response. Data Connector also supports a set of additional controls when running in production environments. Approval mode requires that each query is approved by a user before it's executed, and privacy mode means that query results are returned to the user directly and not passed through the model. If we issue a query with both of these enabled, first the run will pause before the query is executed, and after the query has been executed, we'll receive the results but the model won't. So we can see that it's paused for approval. We can have a look at the query that it's suggesting we run, and that looks good to me, so let's approve that. So the result was returned as a JSON object directly, and the model doesn't have any context of this data. We also have the opportunity to download this. So we can see that the model also understands that the results have been returned directly to the user. Thanks.